What's up, guys?
We're back. It's Wednesday, so I hope you guys are staying cool and drinking lots of water. Please do it. So for today's warm-up, what we're going to do, you're going to do 5 minutes. We're going to do 5 reverse lunges on each side. So from standing, you're going to step back, touch the knee, 90 both legs, and then focus on loading the front leg when you stand up. And we're going to alternate legs for 5 reps on both sides. We're then going to do 3 Cossack squats on either side. So again, wide stance, sending the hip down and back, chest stays nice and tall, heel stays on the ground, back up, and you're going to switch over to the other side, same thing. Then you're going to do 2 side plank reach throughs on each side into a 10-second side plank on each side. So what that's going to look like for the side plank reach through, I'm going to be on my elbow, hips up nice and high. I'm going to start here reaching for the sky. I'm going to then reach through as far as I can and then come back up to a T position. I'm going to do that 2 times and then I'm going to hold a 10-second side plank right here. And then I'm going to switch to the other side, do my 2 side planks and then, 2 side plank reach throughs and then a 10-second side plank on that side. Has it been a rough day for you? So that is the AMRAP portion of your warm-up, so 5 minutes on the clock. After that, we're going to do 20 prone eyes, followed by 20 scat push-ups. So for the prone eye, we're going to go chest to the ground. Nose should be on the ground the whole time as well. Then I'm going to keep my hands in an eye position up overhead, and I'm just going to pulse as far as I can while leaving my face on the ground. Try to open up that range of motion for the upper back. 20 reps. Then I'm going to press up to a plank position and I'm going to do nice full range of motion scat push-ups, squeezing the shoulder blades together and then pressing them as far apart as I can. 20 reps of each. Fitness is hard. So after that, our strength work for the day, you're going to do 5 sets. You're going to do 6 tempo Bulgarian split squats on each leg and 6 tempo single arm strict press on each leg. Tempo for both movements is going to be the same. It's going to be each arm, you get it. 6 strict presses on each leg. So what we're going to do, tempo is going to be the same. There's going to be a 3-second negative, followed by a 1-second hold, followed by an explosive drive, followed by a 1-second hold. So for the split squats, again, I want to elevate my foot on an object that allows me to get my front hip crease below parallel. This is probably going to be a little bit too low for me. Take a big enough step out that my knee tracks normally. And then from here, I'm going to go through a 1-1000, 2-1000, 3-1000, hold for 1, stand up, pause for 1. 1, 2, 3, hold for 1, drive, pause for 1. I'm going to do that for 6 reps on each leg. Add load. So hold your dumbbell, kettlebell, you can front rack or back rack a barbell, backpack, it's up to you guys. Then I'm going to do 6 tempo single arm strict presses on each side. It's going to be the same tempo, but it's going to start from the top. So what's going to happen is from here, I'm going to press hard to extension. So again, press fast, hold for 1, 1, 2, 3, hold for 1, drive, 1, 1, 2, 3. When I go through those presses, notice the elbows in front the whole time, and the thumb should basically be in line with the collarbone when I get down to the bottom. And then as I press overhead, I keep that object close to my ear, so close to my center of mass, and lock out the elbow all the way. 5 times through is your strength work. And again, load those objects up, those movements up as best as you can. Then, for today's workout, we have an 18-minute EMOM. So every minute is going to have 10 lateral jumps followed by a barbell exercise. So what's going to happen? If you're using a barbell, you're going to do 10 jumps over the barbell. If you're using a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you're going to jump over that for 10 reps. So just a lateral jump over. So if I pretend this line was my object, I'm just going to jump back and forth. Over and back is 1, so I'm going to go for 10 times. Then, when I'm done, I'm going to do 10 hang power cleans on the first minute. So for the hang power cleans, I would say the weight for this workout today, light. Like a lot of you guys could probably do this workout with an empty barbell, maybe a little bit more, and it would be super effective. At the heaviest, I would say 95, 65. like at the most. So again, for the 10 hang power cleans, you can use obviously your kettlebell or your dumbbell. So if you're going to use one object, you're going to do 5 per side. So you'll do 10 hang power cleans on one arm, and then when you're done with you'll do 5 on one arm, 5. Then after the 5th rep, you'll switch hands and you'll do reps 6 to 10 on the other arm. So 10 reps total, 5 per arm. And again, for the hang power cleans, they should be light and fast. So meaning you should have to, if I'm using a barbell, I'm just going to cycle to maybe just below my hip crease, jump, catch it nice and high, so barely a quarter squat, stand up, right back down, right back up to the shoulder. So there's no pausing today. It's a nice, quick, fast cycle time at a relatively light weight. The next minute, so once you're done your 10 jump overs and your 10 hang power cleans, you're going to rest for whatever's left of the minute. It's probably not going to be a whole lot. After that, your second minute, you've got 10 lateral jumps over the object again, followed by 10 front squats at the same weight. So for the front squats, again, if you have a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you're just going to hold it in a goblet, so you'll go right in front here. If I have a barbell, make sure that you get that bar resting way back on your throat, so it's almost resting on the collarbones right here, and all the weight's on the shoulder, and then I just relax my hands. So relax the hands into it, let the shoulders bear the weight, and then on the way down, I'm going to focus again, knees out, chest stays nice and tall until that hip crease drops below parallel, and then squeezing my butt on the way up, finding the full lockout, and I'm going to plow through 10 front squats. Same thing, you're going to rest for whatever's left in that minute, and then for the next minute, you're going to do 10 more lateral jumps over your object, followed by 10 push press. Same thing, if you're using a kettlebell or a dumbbell, you're going to go for 5 reps on one arm. Once I finish that 5th rep, down, switch, reps 6 to 10 on the other arm. For the push press with the barbell, most important thing to try and remember, or with the dumbbell, doesn't matter, elbows are 45 degrees, so right about here. They're not pointed down at the ground. It puts too much pressure on the wrists and it overloads the forearms. Again, I want those elbows at 45 degrees, all the fingers around the bar. 10 reps. Last thing to try and think about on the push presses, make sure that when you are up overhead, the rib cage is not here. Ribs are pulled down by activating that belly, so I'm trying to keep a nice stable midline, a nice neutral spine while that weight is overhead. 18-minute EMOM, so it's going to be 6 times through of each movement. So think about that. 60 hang power cleans, 60 front squats, and 60 push presses, combined with some jumping over stuff. We're talking about lightweight, so make sure that, again, you select a weight that is, this is a workout where I will dare to say that you can't go too light. Like if you go light and you get all the work in, you go faster, you're not going to get any less of a workout. So that's your workout for the day. After that, our accessory is a little bit of core work. So we got 3 rounds. You're going to do 30 Russian twists. So it's going to be 15 on each side. You can weight those up if you want, so you can hold a dumbbell or a water jug or something in your hands. Most important thing when you do Russian twists is that you actually twist. So the object is not what touches the ground. So I'm going to put my feet up in the air, hold here, but just for demo purposes, I'm going to put mine down. You're not just taking the object and going like this. So I'm not rotating with my arms. I want to rotate with my core. So my chest should basically face the wall each time. So when I turn, it should face the opposite wall, and I go, I was very upset, and I go through back here and back over here. Oh, now you don't do it, okay. And then we're going to superset that with a 30-second side plank on each side. So just like we did during the warm-up, you can do that on your elbow or you can do it on your hands. It's up to you guys. But we're going to do a 30-second side plank per side. So again, the accessory today is going to be 3 rounds, 30 Russian twists, 15 on each side, followed by a 30-second side plank on each side. Then all we have left is a little bit of mobility.
Dad, don't go running, it's too hot.
I know, it's hot out there. It's hot out there. No one wants to exercise right now. So the last thing that we got, guys, our mobility. We've got a 90-second couch stretch on each side, and then we've got a 90-second puppy dog on the couch. And I'm going to use a bench for purposes of this, but you guys can definitely do this on your couch. So what you're going to want to do is take a couch cushion or a pillow. You're going to put it under your knee so that you have a little bit of support. Then going to take my foot and I'm going to try and get my knee as close to the couch as possible. So I'm going to put the top of my foot on the knee on the couch here, and then I'm going to bring my knee back nice and far, close to the base of the couch. And then from here, I'm going to start by propping myself up on my knee a little bit, and I'm going to start to feel an intense stretch in my quad and in my hip flexor. And the more I push myself up, the more intense that stretch is going to get down this leg. I'm going to hold for 90 seconds on one side before switching to 90 seconds on the other side. Then the last thing that we're going to do is just a 90-second puppy dog. So again, I'm going to kneel, hands are going to go on the couch, and then I'm just going to sit my hips back, sink my head through, and just relax and take some nice big deep breaths and allow myself to open up in the upper body. I'm going to hold that for 90 seconds. So that is your training for Wednesday. Again, it's supposed to be a really hot one again tomorrow, so please hydrate, 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 especially if you're working out in the middle of the day or if you're spending a lot of time outside. So, as always, tag us, palace.ithaca, forged by Zeus, and we will see you guys back tomorrow for Thursday's training.